All right. So like we said at the top of the show, we're now doing it today because Blake made it in. We are going to do a 5-round snake draft. We're going to draft, correct me if I say this wrong, guys, our top fictional characters from sports movies. Is that right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
This was an idea from the Discord.
Yep.
We threw it out to them, which maybe you guys covered this. Basically, there wasn't a lot of Browns news. So we were like, hey, what's some stuff you guys want us to talk about? I told them it didn't have to be sports if they didn't want to. It could be, treat this like an after hours episode.
Right.
Maybe I'd say the F word.
Maybe you still will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a great idea. So we're going to each build a lineup. We're going to do a snake draft. We're going to have 5 picks. And at the end of this, we're just going to put it on social media and you guys vote for it.
And it's not based on anything like who do we think is like the better athlete. It's just like who is our favorite. I guess you could say who's going to have the coolest 5-team squad.
Right.
I guess is the criteria for this. Okay. So
That's definitely not me.
All right. So I've got our names in a generator. So here we go. I'm going to randomize to find out the order. And it's going to go Blake, Justin, me.
Okay.
So Blake, you have the 101. Then it's going to go Justin. Then I'll have 2 in a row. Back to Justin. Then Blake will have 2 in a row. And on we go.
Okay. I didn't want the first pick because
Want to trade it?
yeah. So I'm going to go, maybe this isn't other people's number one. This was one of my favorite sports movies growing up, and it still is one of my favorite sports movies. And I think it's maybe one of the most quoted sports movies for sure, at least some scenes. And number 1, I'm going to take quarterback John Moxon from Varsity Blues.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a movie I've not seen in a long time.
Jonathan Moxon. I don't want your life. Freaking love it. I almost went with Teeter, the dude who steals the cop car.
Tan.
That's but I went with the quarterback, James Vanderbeek in the role of a lifetime. And Varsity Blues that's a classic. I freaking love that movie.
It's been a long time for me. Okay.
Okay.
Justin's up. 102.
Listen, so I'm just going to get a big one out of the way, right? Because I'm worried that it won't make it. But, give me Rocky Balboa.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there, for me, there's not a more iconic sports guy that's fictional. You know what I mean?
He has a legit statue.
Yes.
Like he's a real person.
Yes. He's fictional.
Yes, and he's fictional, but you would not know that. You know,
Right.
that's...
And all those movies are super solid.
Even the worst one is, I still like it. It's
Right.
just the worst one, 5. We can all agree 5 is the worst,
Fair,
right?
yes.
And then even as crazy as it was with just Balboa, and he fights the young dude when he's old, great freaking movie.
Yeah.
Still very good. And then obviously the Creed movies are awesome.
Yes.
And Creed 2 is like, talk about a send-off for a guy. Like it just, I love, that's a good pick for sure.
All right. So now I'm up. I got 2 in a row. And, oh, man, I like this. There's so many guys on my list I'm going to go ahead and for my first pick, I'm going to take Bobby Boucher.
That's a good pick.
I'm taking Bobby Boucher.
That's a
and
good
then,
pick.
My mama says...
It's a great pick.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and stick with it right here. I'm just going to take Happy Gilmore. So I'm taking both of them. I'm taking both.
I knew you were going to do Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I'm just going to take Adam Sandler back to back here. So Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy, Happy Gilmore from his Name movie.
What of how do we feel about a Happy Gilmore 2? It's happening.
I don't like that, bro.
I don't think they should mess with it. I wish
I
they
don't like
wouldn't.
that.
I'll watch it.
It's one of those things where Adam Sandler serious movies have remained pretty good over the years, but it seems like his comedy has nosedived. So I'm curious to see.
Don't give up
how
yet.
this will be.
Leo was solid.
Which one?
Leo. Did you see Leo?
Oh, the lizard
With the
movie?
lizard?
Oh, that's it.
No.
Bro.
Is it good?
Yes.
I didn't watch Leo. I was
Super solid.
We're in like a 3-movie rotation in my house. I can't get anything new in there.
Get Leo in there.
I was thinking Jack and Jill.
Okay.
Although He's My Boy was actually pretty funny. It's stupid, but
what's the one with Jennifer Aniston? Just Go With It or whatever. I thought that was solid, bro. You didn't like that?
Yeah, it's not Happy Gilmore. Think about this run he went on with.
He did.
Little
Happy
Nicky.
Gilmore, Big Daddy, Billy Madison,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're talking about that's a Hall of Fame run.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You're going to have some off seasons.
All right, Justin, who's your number 2 pick?
My number 2 pick, something that's close to home. I just went with Ricky Vaughn. Wild Thing.
He was on my
Major
list.
League.
I probably should have grabbed that while I had the chance.
To me, it was another like no-brainer pick. Still to this day, like one of my favorite movies.
I almost took him with my number 1.
That's where I almost took him with my first pick because I was like, it might not get back to me.
That's a good pick. Obviously,
Okay.
Wild Thing.
Yeah, that's
Wild
a good
Thing,
one.
bro.
I mean, we like his song and his entrance is like
Iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. And Major League's just
Iconic.
iconic.
Yeah, it really is.
It's not like I feel like Cleveland fans love Draft Day because it's about Cleveland. But if you're not a Cleveland fan, like I think even as Browns fans, we can all admit Draft Day is definitely like a C- quality movie.
Okay.
But I love it because it's Kevin Costner and it's Draft Day.
Did I tell you guys about my experience the last time I watched Draft Day before the draft? I can't remember if it was this year or last year. Me and Megan, and after the movie was over, so it ends and everything, she looks at me and she goes, "So what happened after that?"
Oh shit!
They played
football.
They probably went 2-14.
She was dead serious. Like that wasn't like a documentary. I said no. She said, "Then what was the point?"
It's about Draft Day.
It's about Draft Day.
Yeah.
But I think even if you are not a Cleveland Indians fan or a Cleveland sports fan, you know Major League is that good. But speaking of Draft Day, that's going to bring me to my number 2 pick. I'm going to go with Sonny Weaver Jr.
Nice.
Okay.
And for all the things I just said, it might be a C-quality movie to outsiders, but to me,
Hits home.
yeah.
Hits home, bro.
His Sonny Weaver Jr. just gets shit done. Okay. So I went with Sonny Weaver Jr. And then I'm going to bring it back around. I think I'm going to go. So I had another guy on here also played by Kevin Costner, but I'm not going to double up on the Kevin Costner.
I doubled up Adam Sandler, baby.
You did, but I'm going to switch it up here and I'm going to go Peter LaFleur from Dodgeball.
He was on my short list.
Wow.
Vince Vaughn. I think that's also getting a sequel. Maybe I think I heard that. Is that getting a sequel? Or maybe
that
is
I
that one of
don't
those
know.
fake things? I'm not sure.
Not interested.
But excellent.
Yes.
I almost took Ben Stiller's character. But then
Okay.
I was like,
Maybe he's still on the
he
list.
loses. So I'm going to go. But another iconic,
Yep.
I mean, super quotable.
I had him on my list.
So Peter LaFleur is my pick.
Okay. Well, with my third pick, I'm going to go with Ricky Bobby
Ricky
from Talladega Nights.
That was going to be my next.
Just
Shaking Bake.
classic, bro. Like, well, I just wake up and I piss excellence. I don't think if you're not first or last, like, to me, I love Will Ferrell. And the first time I watched it, I was like, man, that was super over the top. But I couldn't get over how great it was.
It's one of those things too. Like I've been drinking Mountain Dew all day.
Yeah.
Spider Monkey.
Baby Jesus.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yes.
There's like 25 one-liners in that movie that get
Yes.
quoted daily somewhere around you.
Break it.
So yes, great pick.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, that just made my decision because that was going to be my next pick. So let's see. What do I want to do? I'm going to go with first pick here. I'm going to take Shane Falco
Oh,
from the
Wee.
Replacements.
I didn't
Ouch.
even I knew I was missing somebody.
Yep. Get myself a quarterback to fill in here. And give me
People's
some
quarterback. It's good.
Give me some Keanu
That
Reeves
is
on my list.
Definitely one of my favorite sports movies.
Yeah, mine too. I watch it every time it's on TV. I just sit there and watch it for a little bit. But
It's awesome.
I got a guy that I think he'll probably come back to me, but I don't want to risk. I don't know. I'm just going to take him because I love this show. I'm taking Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State.
Okay.
So
A lot of comedy on Josh's list.
you can kind of see what kind of sports movies I got into as a younger person. I loved the comedy stuff. If you guys have, I'm sure everybody's watched Blue Mountain State, right? But if you haven't, go check it out. That is a freaking hilarious show.
Yeah, and if you like that guy, watch Reacher. 'Cause It's awesome.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, you're right.
It's awesome.
Yep.
That's a good pick. I love Blue Mountain State.
Well, if you like that pick, I've got something for you here. For my fourth pick, I'm going with Gordon Bombay.
Oh,
Ooh-wee, with some fire. Come on now. Coach the Mighty Ducks. And for me, Mighty Ducks 2 is the best one. When they go against Iceland and the coach. Oh, dude. Like, for me, that's one of those movies when I was a kid. Like,
I still watch the Mighty Ducks semi regularly. And what's really funny is Iceland. I actually saw this. Iceland is like this powerhouse hockey team in the movie and all this. They're awful in real life.
Tricksters.
Awful. Like, but I forget, like the writer of the movie picked Iceland because of, I forget what the reason was. And he just had no idea about soccer or hockey history, but like they had never even played in tournaments. And then when they finally did start playing tournaments, they always like, they were not good at hockey I don't know if they are now, but they were basically the Browns of the hockey world for our whole lives.
All I can picture right now is just the director going, who should they go against? Like country wise, how about Iceland? Because it's covered in ice, right? No. Okay. Whatever. Go ahead. Go do your pick. I got one more for you.
So it's my turn. So this is my last two picks. So there's a lot of pressure here to put together. So as a runner up, I'm not going to make this pick, but because you just said Gordon Bombay, I actually had the Bash Brothers on here.
Nice.
I didn't know if you guys would let me pick the Bash Brothers as a pair or if that'd be considered two picks.
No, I would consider that a pick.
I think so.
But I'm going to go with... So this is for some of my picks. These are very like 90s kids, millennial picks.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm going with Andy Brinker from Brink. Tell me,
wasn't even on my radar.
Oh my
gosh, I watched that show so many freaking times.
When they suggested sports movies, this is no lie. Brink was like the first movie that popped. I was like, oh, I'm taking Andy Brinker.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's hilarious.
Just skate better.
Team
Puppin Suds. Team Puppin. Wow. I watched Brink within the last 365 days.
That's great.
I'm not lying.
Is it on Disney Plus?
It is.
There you go.
Oh, shit. I might have to because I'll tell you what, I watched like so many times as a kid. Because, I mean, you watch it was Disney Channel and there was no streaming kids out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was what was on the TV guide. And when it was Brink on the Disney originals.
Listen, kids today have no idea. Like the Disney Channel original movies back in the day completely shit on anything they put out now. It's not even, first of all, we had Boy Meets World, which is in a different level of the cheap spinoff Girl Meets World, whatever they put out. But we got movies like Brink, Alley Cat Strike, Motocrossed, Luck of the Irish, the 13th Year. Like we got The Famous Jet Jackson.
Oh man, look at this. You are calling
this
it
is the most research he's ever done.
Johnny, this is a research
recall.
Johnny Tsunami.
Yes.
And now they just put out garbage.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. It's just like corny and awful stuff they put out now.
Another thing that kids nowadays will never have to experience is sitting in front of the TV on channel, whatever it was, 20.
It's 47 back in the day.
40, watching the TV guide scroll up and down and just sitting there going, okay, what's coming on here in a half hour?
Please don't be the color
and
of
it's
friendship.
like, and when you turn it there, it's channel 3. It's like, oh, I want to know what's on channel 54.
And then if you miss it, you got to wait again.
Yep, you got to wait again. There was no internet or any way to just quickly look it up.
So I'm going Andy Brinker.
Good one.
With my fourth pick, and with my final pick, I think I am going to go. So my top 5 I got 4 of my top 5, and you picked Wild Thing.
I'm terrified.
I didn't want to take another Kevin Costner character.
Oh God.
Who I will reveal if one of you guys doesn't take him. So I'm going to go with Henry Rowengartner.
Okay.
That's the Rookie of the Year pitcher, the kid who hurts his arm and then gets to throw fastballs, and Gary Busey's his coach.
That's great.
Rookie of the Year.
That's a throwback,
movie.
Bro.
Yes.
Well, when you said the name, I was like, I don't even
What's
know
his name? Henry what?
Rowengartner.
Whatever, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
When I put the graphics
Rookie of the Year.
Great movie.
That's the kid from American Pie.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You right?
Yeah, he's got a band now. I've like known this kid's whole life now.
Oh,
I've been
ships.
following him since his rookie season.
Jesus.
Tell me, I love Rookie of the Year though. So that's my. I guess if you pick me that I have the coolest team, you also just can't get enough of like our old '90s movies.
That's fair. That's fair. For my last pick, and I kept this one close to the vest here. I almost went with Danny. All right, but I just was like, can't be Danny. It's got to be Becky O'Shea. Icebox. Little Giants. Are we serious right now? Come on, guys. Oh, my God. Emancipation of Puerto Rico?
Yes, I know.
Come on, man.
I haven't watched it enough to know like the main characters' names.
Oh, it's Danny O'Shea. It's Becky O'Shea.
I do remember her. She was very good.
Great fucking movie. That shit is fucking... I would watch that right now, and it probably is terrible. But when I was a kid, man.
I love Rick
wonder-
Moranis. I still watch like the Honey, I Shrank the Kids movies.
It's great. Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Yes, all of them. All the Honey
shits.
movies.
All them blowing them things up
Yes.
and shrinking them.
All the
yes.
blowing movies.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Josh.
So I'm ending this thing.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm kind of between two guys, and I know which one I'm going to go with. I was going to take White Goodman. I'm not, but I had him on my list. I actually had him ahead of Peter LaFleur just because I think White Goodman from Dodgeball is just that is a character right there. But I've already got two of them. I might as well take another Adam Sandler. I'm taking Paul Crewe from The Longest Yard.
Ooh, okay.
It's another
Solid.
very solid sports
choice.
movie.
I watched that movie so many times as well. I just not the older one, just whenever the new one came out, that's kind of when it hit me. And I just latched onto that movie. I was like, I love this movie.
R.I.P. Caretaker.
Yeah.
Brucey should be in.
Heavy.
Okay, so my one of my runner-ups, the guy who Henry Rowan Gardner beat out, was Roy McAvoy, Tim Cup.
Okay.
Tim Cup.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's just a good sports movie.
I didn't know if you were going to go with that or like Field of Dreams or
Bull Durham.
Yeah.
Like I had some choices, but of those movies, Tin Cup I'm a very big Tin Cup fan.
Okay.
So to recap, you got them all or you want me to read them?
Read off let's just read our own.
Okay, so my team is John Moxon, quarterback of the East Texas High Cougars, maybe? I can't remember. He's the quarterback in Varsity Blues. Sonny Weaver Jr., mythical GM of the Browns, who, let's be honest, if our real life GM pulled the things he did, we'd all hate him. But, man, he told that guy to go eat his fucking pancakes, and that just gets me every time. Peter LaFleur from Dodgeball, Andy Brinker from Team Pup and Suds, and Henry Rowan Gardner, rookie pitcher for the Cubs. Took the league by storm.
I went with Rocky Balboa, Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, Ricky Bobby, Gordon Bombay.
Gordon Bombay is such a good.
Solid, bro. I knew.
I watched the Mighty Ducks reboot just because he was in it, even though it was the super corny show. And then they didn't bring him back for season 2 because of stupid reasons. And I never watched another episode.
Not going back. Nope. Yep. And then I finished off my draft with Becky O'Shea, Icebox from Little Giants.
That's a solid team.
I know.
Yeah, I like your team, man. So I've got Bobby Boucher from The Water Boy. I've got Happy Gilmore from Happy Gilmore. Shane Falco from The Replacements. Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State. And Paul Crewe from The Longest Yard. So I got a couple QBs, a good linebacker, a golfer, and a water boy. Actually, I got 2 linebackers.
That's fair.
This opened up so many, like we could do snake drafts of like best Disney Channel original.
I think we should
movies,
totally do
best
more of
like
these.
best fictional quarterbacks. You got Shane Falco, like Keanu Reeves would be on the list more than once. Johnny Utah.
Oh, yeah.
So this opens up a world of possibilities for off-season shows. I'll get into everything.
I like this idea of doing these little snake drafts, so we can do more of these.
For sure.
I know before we did this,
Best
I told...
blow movies.
All right. Do you want to know who my rookie was that I said?
I'd love to hear
that.
that.
I told them that there's a guy I can't pick because it's not a sports movie, but he's a sports character in a sports movie. He was a rookie, took the league by storm, and he was the best damn seeker Hogwarts had seen in a long time. It was Harry Potter.
God.
That's the nerdiest answer, and I love it.
But I couldn't do it because it's not technically a sports movie.
It's not. Cause I would have taken Victor Crumb. Oh man, like I said, we're very big nerds.
Yes,
we're very big nerds.
Yeah, we're on summer break with the Browns, so I mean, this is what you get.
Yes, we're gonna make terrible blow jokes and talk about Harry Potter.
No thing.
Oh man, let us know what you guys think. Who has the coolest team? I feel like it's going to be very dependent on
Age group.
Yeah, and like what's your thing? Like, are you like a diehard Adam Sandler fan? Because then you're definitely going to pick Josh. If you like some of the throwbacks, like I mean, I don't even know how many people are going to know who Andy Brinker is.
It might.
If you're a '90s kid, you know who Andy Brinker is.
You know who Team Pup and Suds is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they freaking skated better.
And I want to go watch that movie.
One of my favorite things from that movie is, and I see it all the time. It's like back before Hollywood knew how to do black people's hairlines. The one dude who's on like the evil team, the one black kid, his hairline is so bad. It's like a disgrace to the entire culture. And I'm not saying I speak for the culture, but you guys know. It's so bad. Just go look it up. It's like goes like from here and like barely gets, and it's like a perfect circle like around his face. It's terrible. Great movie though. So let us know what you guys think. I'm excited to see the reactions to this one.